Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And President Joe Biden has really messed up again, folks. And I got to tell you all about it. You are really going to laugh at this and then maybe cry because it's both funny and terrifying at the same time. But first, before we get started, I'd like you to click on the little like button, click on that share button. And when we're done, leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the video. Also, if you're on YouTube or Rumble, please hit subscribe. Those little things really help out a small channel like ours. We really could use the help because you know how social media algorithms try to keep us down. So we thank you for that. Let's get to the story. Before we even get started, I want to hearken you back to this gem from a few years ago. Joe Biden said there was a 3-letter word, and then he spelled the word. And I want you to listen to it and see if you notice anything.
Look, John's last-minute economic plan does nothing to tackle the number-one job facing the middle class. And it happens to be, as Barack says, a 3-letter word, jobs, J-O-B-S.
All right, well, maybe that was a one-time thing, right? It's not like Joe Biden can't count to 3 and 4, is it? Well, let's take a look at this video from just today and what the president had to say, because he had 2 words for you.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America. Made in America.
You know what's really frightening is that he's reading from a teleprompter. So is this like a Ron Burgundy situation where they're putting stuff on the teleprompter just to make a fool out of him? Or is it a situation where the man really can't count to 2 or 3 or 4? I'm not really sure. But here's what I know. Just yesterday, the president of the United States said, we are closer to, quote, nuclear Armageddon than at any time since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Now, that's a very, very big deal. We're talking about nuclear annihilation. We're talking about World War III. And when you're talking about World War III and the guy in the White House can't count to 3, that's a very terrifying prospect. A lot of people were up in arms yesterday, and they're worried about it. Is it going to be World War III? Is there going to be nuclear war? Here's my take on it. I think my instinct tells me that Vladimir Putin does not want World War III, and he knows that using even a tactical nuke in Ukraine changes the playing field for everything because it opens China up to using nuclear weapons. It opens, North Korea up to using nuclear weapons. Once that Pandora's box is opened, there's no closing it. And so we are on the brink right now. Negotiations have to be done. We have to have competent leadership that can steer us away from this because a lot of people, are saying, is what we're doing worth it? Is the risk worth it? And there's other part of people saying if you don't stop Putin now, then what does he do if you let him take Ukraine? And there's a lot of questions that have to be answered. And it would be nice to have somebody in the White House who we can look at and say, all right, I trust this guy to handle it. And if he's having trouble, if he needs the count from Sesame Street to help him get to the number 2, 3, and 4, we have serious issues. And it's not funny anymore. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny to laugh at, but it's not funny when what we're dealing with is nuclear serious. And so people have to think about this. And the best thing to do is just vote, 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 vote. And you got to decide who you're going to vote for. I can't tell you who to vote for, but I think the writing, is pretty clear in terms of who not to vote for. Hey, folks, thank you for joining us here at Explain America today. Again, I'm Carmine Sabia. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and leave a comment. And if you're on YouTube or Rumble, please subscribe. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.